Hi guys, it's Nigel at Lock and Kent Estate Agents. I hope you're all well. It's a glorious Tuesday afternoon, and even so I've got this beautiful example of a 1950s detached residence in there behind me that we're going to be putting on the market today. It's a place called Cotswold. It's a wonderful 1950s detached property in about 0.6 acre of grounds and parking for, I don't know, numerous vehicles. There's detached double garaging that was passed for planning permission about 5 years ago. There's also a one-bed annex that goes with this property, bringing in an income at the moment from an Air BNB. And the inside, there's about 2,300 square feet of property. They very rarely come on the market, and I remember selling this property to these guys years ago. So it's just a lifestyle move, but it's a wonderful property to have on our books today. You know I'm going to spin the camera around. We're going to talk about the amenities of Melksham. And I can't wait to show you this property called Cotswold that's going to be on our books today. So without further ado, let's spin it around. Let's get stuck into this property. Just look at those lovely elevations and that total plot. Like I said, it was built in the 1950s, Cotswold. It's got all this land with it. There's the one-bed annex as well, which brings you in the income at the moment. I think he said about 60% of capacity throughout the year. And it's just a little bit of extra income. You could use it for something else, home office or whatever. All this parking goes with it. The town centre's just there. King George playing fields are just there. So you can just walk up a few minutes here into the town as well. And I always mention this on my tours. Melksham's got other towns surrounding it, like Devizes, Chippenham, Corsham, Bradford and Avon, Trowbridge and so what. It's very, very central. You've got a train station running to Chippenham. That can take you up to Paddington as well. There's good road links. Our National Trust village of Laycock's just down the road, 6 miles north. Once you go past Woodrow Road, this stunning heritage city of Bath is about 40 minutes away in a drive, so I think it's about 14 miles away. And of course access to the M4, good 25-minute drive, and you're on there as well once you go past Chippenham. Melksham's got an array of shops as well. It's just a really, really decent, thriving market town. This is a treasure to have on our books, by the way. I remember when we sold it before, it created a lot of interest. It's keenly priced. It's going to create a lot of interest as well. It's centrally located, so it's just off the town. So it's set back from a road as well, and then you've got all this glorious grounds as well in the front and at the rear, which we're going to show you later. We're going to go through that door where that canopy storm porch is, and we're going to take a good look around this property called Cotswold. You can see there's electronic gates there. Look at that sun this afternoon on a Tuesday. Bit of road noise at the front because it's set back from a road. It's called Lowbourne, and then that links to Sandridge Road, which is one of the most requested roads ever in Melksham. And this is the same. All that parking at the front, the lovely, lovely gardens. I'm just going to bring you around here quickly. The playing fields are over there. Melksham's got canal walks on the fringe of Bow Hill as well. You know, there's plenty of countryside. But I just wanted to just show you all this parking that you've got. I'm just going to bring the camera around here. You can see my cars have just parked over there. And as I turn this camera around, look how much. I mean, that's the one-bed cosy cottage or annex, if you want to call it. That could also be perfect for a therapist's room. It could be a home office. But they make an income of about £80 a night at the moment through Air BNB, and I think they book a minimum of 3 nights. So it's a very, very good income-based generating thing, that. And I can't remember what it nets through the year because I didn't ask the owners that question. All this land is just amazing, actually. There's going to be very few properties you're going to see like this in Melksham. Lock and Key, my company, are fortunate to have this on our books today. I'm just going to take another step back so I can show you these elevations because I think it's important. This is obviously an integral garage, and I did mention inside there's about 2,300 square foot, and it's just over half an acre this sits on. Absolutely spot on, that. What a perfect site. Let's go through that blue door and take a good look around. As promised. Now there is side access there. There's side access through those gates there. Like I said, integral garage. Got steps coming up. Lovely little post there. Canopy storm porch. One last look behind. And then you have it. You can see the road just over there. And this one is set back off. Even the properties just up there on Sandridge Road, they don't have this much space in front. Or very few would, if any at all. Coming into the property, little stairs there, understairs storage cupboard, flooring that continues all the way through. Now these rooms offshoots. You've got dining room, kitchen, big living room in there. In fact, you've got 2 living rooms downstairs, as you'd expect. And upstairs, that will split off to some amazing bedrooms up there. One in particular, you're going to be very great to see. It's just a beautiful room. Obviously, door coming through. We always show the camera as it comes through. Come back on myself again. Radiator. Obviously, there's gas heating. It's double glazed. Just a beautiful, beautiful property. Tile flooring. And let's come in and take a good look around. It opens up into the dining room as such. It's actually open into the kitchen as well. There's a little arch there. You can take the arch away, but you've got some lovely units there. You've got base units, eye-level cupboards. Obviously, things are integrated into the units there. Lovely range, extractive hood over. Lovely little tiled splashbacks. Beautiful, beautiful window just showing that garden that's just set back there. And just poke that through and you can start to see all that in front of you. 1.5 bowl sink unit, and of course, I like to show the decor of every property that we take on, and this is truly immaculate. Beautifully looked after, and it's just as I remember it in terms of the size when we had it on many years ago. Now this opens up into the dining room. There's a continuation of the flooring there. Obviously there's a table, you can put a chest of drawers there. Side double glazed door, that gives you the side access to the front and to the rear. Radiator. These multi-pane doors open up into a lovely, beautiful living room. Just want to show you exactly everything. Halogen spotlights. And again, just go back into this kitchen area. I think we can all say what a great start this is. A beautiful property, Cotswold, this property in Lowbourne. It really is. I'm just going to stop the camera here for a second. There are many rooms to show you, so I'm just going to catch a breath and we're going to head on into that living room. Just a final look into this kitchen again. Love that flooring. Obviously there's plenty integrated into the units. I'm not going to go through everything. I think you can obviously work that out now. Back into the dining room. Door to the left, giving you side access, and then it opens up into this beautiful living room. Log effect coal fire, or wood burning stove, I should say. Lovely recesses coming in here. See the little picture walling in there. So it's triple aspect if you wanted to look at it that way, but two windows there, one there, 3 windows just bringing in and flooding it with natural light. Doors will open up into a beautiful conservatory, and all this room for individual units that you can put here. I love the recesses. You could even box that in if you wanted to and put some extra bits of units in there. You could have the TV over there. People can change it to their style, but it's ready. And I'm going to just show you something out here as well with these with that garden. Look at that patio. Beautiful, absolutely stunning. There's so many plus points to this property, and of course it's going to suit a family. It's going to suit somebody. I mean, there are a lot of rich people trading down. If they want something established still, this is going to be perfect. I have a lot of those London buyers looking for properties in Wiltshire. This property won't be on the market very long at all, I can assure you that. What a wonderful, wonderful living room this is, though, with all the extra space that you've got there. Plenty of room for your sofa suites, chaise lounge, whatever you want to put into your, hang your wall paintings up as well. Perfect. Just show you this aspect over here again. And that's the living room. Just a quick recap as we go through. Obviously, we came through that door there. Obviously, then, we haven't shown you the loo yet. Dining room, kitchen, into this living room. And it's good to be thorough, because that's why people like these tours. They're thorough, they're deliberately done this way. These double doors open up into a stunning conservatory, tiled flooring. You've got a roof there that will just block out a little bit of that heat for the summer when it does get warm. Double glazed construction. Superb size conservatory. And again, I'm going to give you a sneak preview out here. Look at that out there. And there's nature galore out there. It really is. It's set back. What a wonderful, wonderful shot. Imagine that garden all in bloom as well, and everything there. Beautifully done. I take my hat off to these guys. I know the owner, as I said, he bought it through us, and he's just maintained and lovingly kept this property going. Double doors again, opening up into the second lounge or living room, whatever you want to call it. Could be a family room. Fire again, recessed into the chimney breast. Double glazed window to that front aspect. Radiator. It's a 6-seater table, so you can see the size of this room. Absolutely perfect. Pop this over again. Love the scales. Maybe he's a librarian. Librarian, is that right, the word? Star sign. Love that front. And that's what you could be looking at. Very impressive indeed. We get to sell a lot of properties. We get to sell farms, flats, you know, detached residences like this. This is a great example of it, built in the 1950s, this. Pleasure to have on our books. So coming back through again, back into this hallway, obviously those stairs, which we'll look at in a minute, they'll split off, and I just wanted to go in here. There's a little cupboard in there, and then there's downstairs loo here, cloakroom, wash hand basin, little tiled splashbacks there. Again, ceiling lights, extractor fans up there, and then the loo, and that flooring as well. Coming back on yourself, we started this tour from there, we came in, and then we worked this way. I just want to quickly recap it through here. Kitchen again, beautiful kitchen. This really just opens, it's an open plan really, it just opens up into the dining room. Take a step back so you can just see the space. Then into this superb living room. And remember, there's 2 living rooms, because you've got this one in here with that lovely fire. That opens up into the conservatory. And I'm just going to go do a walk around clockwise. Obviously the last living room, and then we're back into the front again. So what we're going to do now is go upstairs, have a look at those bedrooms, en suites, etc., and bathrooms. And as promised, just from the hallway, love that light just being flooded in, by the way, as we started the tour. Window there to that elevation, access to loft space. I think there's a bit of boarding in the middle. And there, let's have an elevated view of that front now. Look at that. What a superb front. I keep showing you this because I think it's important to have all aspects of properties. We're here to demonstrate the possibilities of a home, and what a beautiful home this is. It really is. So it splits left to right. I'm going to start from here because it's right. Again, another window to the front. I have to show you these aspects. Radiators. It's a very warm house, this. Window again to the front elevation. You've seen that. Double bed in here, quite easily. It's a big double bedroom, this. Freestanding either side. Chest of drawers, wardrobes, ottomans, whatever you want to put in here, you can. And think about how much bang for the buck you get. If you were in Marlborough, if you were in Corsham, I know it's easy to say. If you're in Bath, you pick a property like this, and then you tell me the price. I think Melksham's a wonderful town to live in, and I think anybody buying this would be lucky to be buying this, and I really mean that. Little rear elevation there, aspect of that rear garden, which we'll cover off later. And of course, as this is one of the guest rooms, you're going to get an ensuite. Ladder style radiator, shower cubicle, splashbacks, shower screen, shower, extractor fan as you'd expect. All the lights are there, all the tiling, mid-tiling points are there, low level WC and wash hand basin, and then it comes back out, and you're back out into this guest bedroom. Brilliant. Come through the guest bedroom, and again we were in there when we started upstairs. You've got these 2 windows as well. Another look at that elevation, that aspect, and then the main bathroom, tiled again, panelled bath, some tile walling there, and then you can just see those ceiling spotlights. There should be a radiator in behind here. There we go, ladder style radiator. I'm not going to open up that little airing cupboard. Wash hand basin, low level WC, obscure double glazed window to the rear, and of course in here, another shower. So this is a 3-piece suite, and it's a decent sized room, this bathroom. Don't forget you've got the ensuite on that side from that guest bedroom. That's only 1 bedroom that I've showed you so far, and we're already nearly 3 minutes into the tour upstairs. Brilliant. And I'm just going to come back in here because I'm going to stop the tour again before we do the other 3 bedrooms. Remember, there's an ensuite in there. Let's go back here. These are the stairs we came up. Beautiful landing. We're going to stop the tour for a second, and then we're going to carry on from here. Also, when you're uploading lumpy files, for anybody that knows how to do YouTube videos like me, it's better to do them in transitions, so you don't really want 10-minute files going up. They take ages to upload. So, whatever bedroom you want to call this, we've just seen 1 bedroom, which is a double. There's 4 in total. This is another double bedroom. You know what that front aspect's going to look like. I'm not going to overdo it too much. Radiator, I'd love to overdo it because I think it's wonderful property. But again, you can see where the bed's going to go that way, that way, that way. But it's a decent sized bedroom, this. It really is. again, I think this really supports somebody with a lifestyle. It's a lifestyle move, this. Whether you want that big family home, you want to get away from an estate, you want something established, well, this is perfect. And again, it's a double, and this is not the biggest bedroom, but it's a decent size, guys. Double glazed window to the side elevation this time, radiator, plenty of room for a double bed, king size bed, whatever. You can even have it as another room for the kids to mess about with, depending on how many kids and how much you want to use the space. There's a lot of space. And then finally, I'm just going to turn the camera here. So I just want to show you the landing and how pretty it is from this side as well. Come around here and you can see a door that's already opened, built-in fitted wardrobes, and it's like your own corridor, because you do come in here. I'm going to do it staged. You can see the beauty of this because these are all built in. All these wardrobes are bespoke and fitted. Look at that. Look at the ceiling and those skylights bringing in natural light. There's 3 of them, 2 double glazed window to the rear elevation. This just continues, all built in again. Let me just turn that around. That's coming from that hallway. We haven't even started the bedroom yet. And then it opens up and opens up. And here we have those 2 double glazed windows to the rear elevation. Lovely big bed, freestanding either side. Just superb. Can't knock this. Look how much depth there is to this room. And how cool is that? Hideous view. Tell you what. Do you see that? I don't know how anyone could complain. Before I finish off in the bedroom, let's just open this door to get you into this ensuite. Monster ensuite. It just keeps going on. Lovely tiling this. Beautiful tile flooring, in fact. You know, nice panel bath tiling. Or tiled splashbacks. You know you're going to get an extractor fan, everything in here. Ceiling spotlights. Low level WC and wash hand basin. And then this shower cubicle. Spotless, this place. Absolutely spotless. Ladder style radiator. Then back out into here. Wonderful example of, you know, a fine property, this. There we go. And this is the main bedroom. Beautifully done. Just going to come around this side. I'd like to show you every aspect that I can. So when you do get to view it, you're pretty much halfway to a cell, aren't you? If you've seen it already. Beautiful patio out there. Some storage sheds, which we'll cover off. There's a boundary up there. There's a bit of no man's land if anyone wants to claim it. These guys haven't. They've got enough plot, but I do remember mentioning it to them years ago. Look at that. I think we can finish off saying that's one hell of an impressive bedroom. So look, guys, you've got your 4 bedrooms upstairs. I don't need to redo the tour upstairs. Let's get outside. I want to show you that patio. I want to just talk a bit more about the external delights of this property. It's good because it's a big property to cover off. I hope you've enjoyed the tour so far. Let's get out and take a look at that rear. Now from here, there's obviously different ways we can get out to the rear. We can go through the conservatory. You can go out here, turn left, turn right. I'm going to just go through this door because it's closer to me. Just want to show you one more time all of this. Don't forget these rooms. There's a lot to take in. But let's get out here a minute. We're going to walk to the side. Actually, you can see obviously the gates are there. The outside light, security cameras. And why I'm going to start this way is you've got a little shed. And you've got a big patio. Fabulous. And it's a great day today. I mean, I got lucky with the weather today. It's just Tuesday afternoon. We could have waited a bit longer and waited for the plants to show, but what's there not to show? That you know, it's just a wonderful, beautiful garden. This just goes up, and it goes up at a little bit of a level. There's some gravelling up there that we're going to cover off. There's a nice fence line that just brings you to experience this out there. Obviously, the conservatory. You can see where the sun is now. Now you know you're going to get sun in the garden. It's 3 o'clock, so it's going to get sun in the garden in the summer. I expect it's going to set down somewhere down over there later in the evening. So of course you can bring out here. If you want to get away from the sun, you can. But you've also got this area to sit as well. Everything's been very thought out and very careful. We'll talk about that in a bit, but we'll just cover off this bit of the garden because you can see there's a big shed here. Let's go down these steps a minute. Because I was doing my photos earlier and this is the way I went. So I figured this would be important. I also want to show you something because there's a little brook here. That's just under there. Sometimes Storm Bert, was it? At some point this year, it did break it and the water came up to here. So there was some water and there's never been any flooding to the property. I've asked the owner countless times, I always do. But I just want to give you full transparency that it did break and it did come up into the garden. I think it touched this area here, but nothing in there. They've got an accident insurance. I mean, I asked them if the insurance was affected. They said no, but it's just for disclosure for you guys, just so you know. I like to cover things off very, very thoroughly. Now that's a beautiful example of the rear. You can just see the brickwork that goes into there. Nice picture of the walling there. And since I've been out here, all I've seen is nature. I don't know how much nature we're going to see, but this garden's just superb. Look at it. So again, it's a lifestyle move for somebody that wants a property like this. Ideally, if you've got a dog, I think, because they can run around. Ideally, if you've got kids. So if you're on your own, it's quite a lot to take on. And I wouldn't imagine you would be. All this is woodland around here. This fence line goes up here. Like I said, we've worked out just over half an acre. It could be 0.6, it could be 0.55. Don't quote me exactly by the inch, but it's around that. The garden just keeps going up and up and up. I'm just going to turn the camera around and just let all this do the talking for a second. So I'm going to say nothing for a few seconds. You can see why. It's a beautiful, beautiful property, this. You've got all that parking to the front and that plot, and then everything that's extended here and everything that goes on in there. Lovely place this one is. I don't know why they've called it Cotswold. It's nowhere near the Cotswolds. Well, it's not too far away, but it's called Cotswold, but it's in Lowbourne. And I think I'm going to summarise in a minute when we go out to the front, but I just wanted to leave a little bit of peace and just stand here for a second. And all these other properties are individual. There's a big house up there as well, which I've never seen before. Sometimes you don't get to see houses that often. This one we've been lucky over the years. Second time I've had this on my books now. Absolute pleasure to have this on my books. I'm just going to pop out there to the front and finish off the tour and summarise for you. I'm just walking towards the front, so I've just come back down from there. I'll show you this elevation one more time. This garden. Obviously this is staying. And also about 5 years ago, you can see all this parking here. They're planning for a double garage. Obviously there's an integral garage I haven't shown you. The garage is there. I'll show you the front again in a second. But room for a double garage detached, which I think I would put up, you know. I think it future-proofs the value. If you can get one up for, say, 30 grand, I don't know, it could be 40 grand, it could be 25 grand, but to build a detached double garage, get some quotes. The planning permission's lapsed, but they're not going to say no. It was about 5 years ago. I think it'd be a good thing to have. It's another add-on. That's the Air BNB, so there's a little shower, little bathroom in there, kitchen, living room, all open in there. And like I said, that's bringing in about £80 a night. And then I'll just turn all this around and show you the front elevations again. And it's a beautiful individual or individually detached 1950s property. Very rare, because you don't see many of these in Melksham. It's a family home, without a doubt. And it's for that discerning buyer that wants all this space. They very rarely come on the market. And I'll just reiterate, 2,300 square feet, roughly, about 2,700 in total if you include the outbuildings and sheds and everything. And it's just the land and everything else it sits. It's just a fine example of a 1950s residence. So any questions, you know it's Nigel at Lock and Key Independent Estate Agents. I hope you've enjoyed this tour as much as I've enjoyed just walking around the property. My telephone number is 01225 707 342. If you've got any questions, you want any information, feel free to give me a nudge on the 707 342. I hope you've enjoyed the tour. This is a house called Cotswold, and we look forward to hearing from you.